Good morning. This is your girl, Coach O, founder and CEO of Action Speaks Volume Incorporated. I pray that you are off to an amazing start to your Thursday. We're not going to be on here long, but I wanted to drop in just to see how you were doing. You see what the title of this live feed is. You will never have it if you never decide to have it, to be it, to do it. It's not going to happen. Good morning, Shanti. Thank you so much for joining. Things are not just happening because they're happening. They're happening because you desire for them to happen. So I'm going to ask you a question this morning before we get out of here. Yes, thank you so much for joining from New Orleans. What is it that you desire? What is it that you want? What is it that you need? What is it that you will not do it, you will not have it, you will not be it if you don't want it. When you really think about that thing, something so simple, when you think about, I don't want that, the thing that you don't want, you're not going to go after it. The thing that you do not want, you are not going to go after it. And I'm going to go a little step further. The thing that you don't decide to have, you're not going to get it. You have to make a conscious, calculated decision that thing, I will have it. That thing, I will do it. That person, I will be it. You have to make a conscious, calculated, intentional decision. And when we don't make a decision, it's not going to just happen. Nothing just happen. We have to make things happen. We have to work for things to happen. We have to be intentional for things to happen. Nobody is just bringing us what we want. But if you want it, you'll go after it. So until you make a decision, you will keep going in circles. You will continue to be where you are. You will continue to do what you've been doing. You will continue to have what you've had. And you will continue to see what you see. But when you decide that you're going to interrupt your reality, you're going to interrupt what you are currently seeing. You're going to interrupt what you are currently experiencing. You're going to interrupt what you are currently going through. You will find that the thing that you desire, it was right there all the time. But you have to make a decision that you're going to get it. That's yours. That is yours. You're going to be that. You're going to do that. You're going to have that. You have to make a decision. So my question for you today is, what do you desire? Good morning. Amen. A determined mind all the time for the Lord working morning sunshine. Good morning. Good morning. You have to have a made up mind. You cannot be wavering. You got to know exactly what you want. You got to know where you're going. You don't have to know all the steps. That's not what I'm talking about. Good morning, Pam. Thank you so much for joining. But you have to make a decision that you're going to do a thing. Can I say that again? You have to make a decision that you're going to do a thing. Now, the thing that you do, you don't have to know all the steps. But if you make excuses, if you're always going to put it off, that's putting it off is procrastination. You have to say, I'm going to do this thing and I'm going to do it today. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I'm going to do it. The first step of doing anything is deciding to do it. Hear me. Hear me. The first step to doing anything is a decision to do it. If you never make a decision, you'll never make it happen. If you never make a decision, you will never begin to create ideas. You will never come up with strategies. You will never need to know the way because you haven't even decided to go. You have to first decide to go. You don't need to know no way to a place you've never been if you're not going. If you're not going and you're not trying to tell somebody else how to get there, you don't need to know that. There are certain things that you don't have to occupy your mind space with because you're not doing anything with it. But baby, when you say you're going to a place, you need to know the way. That's when the how will come. Look, that reminds me that tonight I'm on with Courageous Enough to Launch Authors and Speakers, 47 amazing authors. If you have not registered, register so you can get the link to join us. And so my topic in the book is the how will come along the way. Something so simple. The how will come along the way. I have 5 minutes to speak. I hope you will join me. I don't know when I'll be speaking, but join the whole hour. It's only 60 minutes from 7 to 8. I'll drop the link at the bottom of this video. The link will be at the bottom of this video. You have to register in order to get access. But join us. We've had amazing authors speaking all week. And you gotta, it's nothing complicated and hard, but you have to make a decision. You have to make a decision. You have to make a decision. Good morning, Belinda. Thank you so much for joining. You have to start off making a decision. And again, good morning, Wanda. Thank you so much for joining. When you don't make a decision to do something, you're not going to do it. But see, when you make a decision, can't nobody talk you out of it. Can't nobody woo you out of it. Can't nobody be negative. Can't nobody push you. They can say what they want to say. You know, I had a goal, and I can't get over there to my box, but I haven't. Look, I really wasn't feeling good last night. I didn't even have a chance, but I don't want to. I'm gonna share my box with my private circle first. Yeah, I'm gonna share my box with the Empowering 8 Inner Circle first. So anyway, but when you have a goal, you go after it. You go after it, but you have to make a decision. You can make a decision without a dollar. You hear me? You can make a decision that you're going to do something without a dollar. So do not use the excuse that you don't have the money. Come on. Good morning, Haran. Thank you so much for joining. You don't need money to make a decision. Good morning, Robert. Thank you so much for joining. You don't have to have money to make a decision. Decisions are free. So no longer use the excuse. Thank you so much, Robert. No longer use the excuse that you don't have the money. You don't have to have money to decide. You don't have to have money to make a decision. So the first step to doing the thing, being that person, having that stuff or whatever it is that you're working toward, the first step is make a decision. Because without a decision, nothing else matters. If you don't decide to go, you don't need to know the route. You don't need to know the timing. You don't need to know the call. You don't need to know nothing about it. But if you want to do a thing, first decide to do it. And when you decide, the how will come. The how will come after you make the decision. You don't have to have a dollar in your account to make a decision that I'm going to do this thing. I'm going to have this thing. I am going to be this person. I'm going to do it. So my word for you today is make a decision. Stop procrastinating on the decision. We procrastinating on the decision. So you know you're not going to do the work. So my encouragement for you today is make a decision. Make a decision. Make a decision. Decide what it is that you want. What do you want? Make a decision about what you want. Don't worry about if you can afford it. Don't worry about if you're going to have the support. Don't worry about how long it's going to take. Make a decision. If you want the house, make a decision to have the house. If you want the car, make a decision. If you want the business, you want the wife, you want the husband, you want the whatever it is that you want, make a decision that you want it. That's what you got to do first. That's why you haven't had it. That's why you haven't got it. That's why you're not it. That's why you're not him. That's why you're not her. Because you haven't made a decision to be him. You haven't made a decision to be her. You haven't made a decision to say, that's my wife. That's my husband. That's my girl. That's my boo. That's my baby. You have not made a decision. Make a decision and the how will come. Look, if you have not registered for Courageous Enough to Launch virtual book launch, your girl is speaking tonight at 7. I don't know what time, but it'll be between 7 p.m. and 8. But just plan to be there for the 60 minutes from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. My chapter is the how will come. The how will come along the way. I don't know exactly, but it's something like that. Anyway, the how will come. The point is, stop worried about how you're going to do it before you decide to do it. Look, this is your girl, Coach O. If you're new to me, I am the founder and CEO of Action Speaks Volume Incorporated, where I help you to build unshakable confidence. Stop procrastinating, and you got it. Get your dreams out of your head and get it in your life. I'll talk to you later.